Professor Peter Hoberg.
Now, I know Ohio is not as glamorous as New York, but they're throwing me a retirement dinner thing.
When is it?
Weekend of the 25th. You know, check your schedule.
Checking now. Looks like I'd have to shift some things around.
Liberal Arts stars Josh Radnor as Jesse, a bookish guy who leaves New York for the sylvan, guitar-strumming, frisbee-tossing campus of his old college in Ohio. There he meets Elizabeth Olsen's warm, smart sophomore who loves books and music and him. Only Pennsylvania stands between us, she tells him. That and the worrying 16-year age gap.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a few years older than you.
Did you think this was like a romantic thing? Just kidding.
Peter, Liberal Arts written, directed and starring Josh Radnor, which suggests there's a semi-autobiographical vibe to this film.
Yeah, at least it's honest about wanting to kind of go back to one's roots and do it all again right this time.
It's what it's all about, isn't it?
It is what it's all about. I quite like this movie. I thought it was funny. It was kind of charming. It was quite highbrow, or at any rate upper middle brow. I thought it didn't quite have the courage of its convictions, to be honest with you. I thought it slightly failed at the ultimate fence, but I thought it was funny. I thought Josh Radnor's performance himself, because he'd written and directed himself, it was a kind of undirected performance. He was slightly blank.
Yeah, he's the everyman, isn't he?
He is sort of everyman, but maybe that's the only way of doing it, really, because it would be so cutesy and outrageous if he was going to overreact to every little thing that happens. And I have to say, Elizabeth Olsen is very good. She has this miraculous ease and naturalness, real movie acting, which almost just can't be taught. She seems to have it in her DNA. She just gets in front of the camera and does it, and it's great.
That wonderful mix of being an exasperating, precocious teenage student who's into her improv and her classical music, but then being properly vulnerable and unsure herself.
Yes, and it's a real trick to pull off. And when she gives Jesse, the character's name is Jesse, a mixtape, again that awful thing of a mixtape, and it turns out to be of classical music, and there's that really very nice montage of him wandering around the Manhattan streets listening to this music. Finding everyone attractive. Really funny, smart, really kind of deftly managed, smart, funny, great stuff. Really nice stuff in there. Really nice stuff.
Support turns from Richard Jenkins.
Richard Jenkins, very, very good. The whole idea of his dilemma as to whether or not he should date this teenager and go back to his youth, coming up in tandem with Richard Jenkins' character, who is a retiring professor who panics and decides he doesn't want to leave the nest after all. He doesn't want to leave the womb. He doesn't want to retire, and has this humiliating interview with the dean. Very nicely managed, the juxtaposition between those two storylines. Very smart.
He has the key line where he says, "Nobody feels like an adult. It's the world's dirty secret."
It's the world's dirty secret. You know, I feel like I'm 19 as well, but guess what? I'm not. I don't look 19 anymore. Good, it's really good stuff, and a very funny, slightly broad turn from Alison Janney as the sort of sexy, older, and very unromantic
Black Widow.
Yes, Black Widow. A teacher of very unromantic teacher of romantic poets, on whom, of course, Jesse still has a bit of a crush.
I like this a great deal. I thought it was funny, sad, and it was about nostalgia for the past and the desperate attempt, and obviously inevitably failed attempt to reclaim youth. I agree with you that it's almost a bit too civilised for its own good, and that it does back off.
I wanted to love it, and I did really like it. I wanted to love it. I thought there were faults with it, with a certain minor characters didn't work. I wanted to love it, and I think it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. But it's a really nice movie, and yes, people should go and see it.
Please tell me this is Vanessa's.
Nope, that's mine.
Wait, you actually read this?
Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah.
Unironically?
Very sincerely.
What is it with you girls and vampires? What's it about?
Vampires.
No, what's it about?
Vampires.
I don't understand. Is it good?
No. I mean, yeah, but no.
Well, then why read it?
'Cause I like it.
That's no reason to read something.